Hi everyone, I'm Annissa, and this is Royal FM's Fireside Chat with Artists. In this show, we talk about everything and anything art and crypto for designers and creators alike in the NFT space, otherwise known as non-fungible tokens. My guest today is Javier Arres. Javier Arres is a world-renowned GIF artist and a 2019 London Art Biennale winner. Inspired by the sweeping views from his childhood home overlooking his hometown of Montreal, Spain, Javier is known for his manically detailed illustrations of fantastical scenery from cities, architecture, and machines. He further brings these worlds to life through what he calls visual toys. And through these visual toys, he invites a viewer into a fantastical world, inspiring the viewer to simply play with their imaginations. Hi Javier. Thank you so much for coming on. And to start us off, I'd love to hear a little bit about your background and how you first got into crypto and then the NFT art space.
Hello, hi everyone. Hello all the community. They listen me? It's okay? Fine.
Yes, we can hear you perfect.
Okay, thank you. You told me talk a bit about my background. No, you see that?
Yes.
Yeah. Background. All right. My background is I have got one folder in the desktop to show later. I think was fine. Share all my previously work. Because sometimes people think you develop your own style because because God touched you or something like that, and it's always after a lot of work. So my background is basically I start to draw with 11 years old. When I was a kid, I was an artist kid, and I was to lessons when I was a kid, and I always was drawing, and I worked like graphic designer, like illustrator with agencies, like I be part of some artist contest. Always I was doing something, like earn money to a regular worker, and always in my home I was developing my own style, my own ideas. So my background is basically all life drawing, all life playing video games, seeing movies, and mix everything. I'm an artist all my life, so I always try to express myself. And in every moment in my life, I did different things, but at the end, I developed my own style, and I'm happy with that. But it's a lot of work, a lot of years.
That's amazing. So hearing about, how you started as a kid, like when you started at 16, which is awfully young, did any of
11 years.
Oh, that's insane. What can you do? So what jobs did you do? Yeah.
No jobs. Actually, that was family jobs and some family friend jobs, like posters for some shops and that kind of things. Like a kid, but that helps to motivate yourself. I think that people believe in me like in a funny way, like leave the kid draw something for your shop and some kind of things. And I was doing lessons with 11 years old, and I all the time spend time with 11 years old drawing, classic things, flowers, sculptures, Greek sculptures, that kind of thing.
That is absolutely incredible to me. We have some members in the community that are like 13 years old, and they're already in this space creating art. And so I think, to anyone listening, or even in the videos that we're going to be uploading to YouTube soon, I think they're going to be very much inspired by this. How long did it actually take you to kind of perfect your style? Because, seeing how you started, I guess, creating when you were 11 years old, I'm imagining that your style must have evolved over the years.
My style is a selfish decision because I think all my style is to be selfish with your art. So I think maybe 8 years ago, 7 years ago, I feel absolutely tired and about commissions. I did a lot of things. I will share some of that things in a few minutes. I will share, and I did, for example, five or seven books for kids, cartoons, and on so many things. You can believe it. I did a app video game, a slot video game as well. finally, your own style. I think you need to know clearly what things you hate and what things you love. If you don't work a lot with the things you don't like, you don't know how you hate it, what you like and what you know. It's important work and draw. And at the end, if you are tired, like my case, like my life, when you are tired, when you have what 11 from 11 years old to maybe 8 years ago, I have got 30. You feel tired. You want to do the things you want to do, and this is tired. Sometimes it's like I tired of the clients all the time, customers say I want this, I want this, I want this. It's like, all right, you want this, I want to show you what I want. You know, it's something like that. I think it's something.
Is it basically like it's my way or the highway? Is that basically
Yeah.
what it is?
Yeah,
I love
yeah,
that.
yeah. And usually, sometimes, for example, I always try to sell my style. When I was working at office, like graphic designer and illustrator, I always try to sell my illustration to the business. Not like, hey, I can do this crazy thing. I think this is good because blah blah blah, and always say no. We think better. At the end, you say, wow, come on, I want to do by myself. You have no idea. I think it's better in this way or something like that. And this is my own style.
Which is interesting because I remember seeing a piece that was that you worked on with the New York Times, and I think it was Welcome to Zucktown. And so, how was that process kind of like working with another like major media outlet? I saw that piece and I was like, I went, oh my God, this is absolutely insane. I cannot imagine how much time you spent on that. The detail in that is incredible.
You said that
But
New York Times work, you said, for example, right?
yeah.
Yeah. About New York Times is one New York Times give me a lot of freedom. Big brands. If it's a brand like Coca-Cola or Coke, wherever, maybe it's complicated. Maybe have got some ideas, but the big brands, if hire for your style. In that point, they know perfectly what are they buying. And so, and I remember New York Times was a hard work for the deadline, for the time. I haven't got enough time. I think was like 5 days. I think 4 or 5
I agree.
days. This one, yes, but was really stressed. All right, five. I don't. Yeah, 5 6 days. I think. Actually, when I did this one, I was working in a studio. I have got a regular work in a studio like illustrator, and I need take some holidays for New York Times. That
Mhm.
is, yeah, that's a good example. For example, people are listening us and have got a one work. I take so many times holiday days. I spend my holidays doing that kind of works. And this one is an example. I have got this 5 days. They are really, really, really polite, really charming people, but you have got 5 days. It's like that. And I was really intense work, but the point is they give me all the freedom. It's like, okay, you have got 5 days, but actually they don't need to see a advanced sketch, because they know you. If they call you, it's because they know you. And with New York Times was amazing, and I was really fun, but a huge work, a lot of stress. But finally, I'm happy with the result.
No, I bet. And the results are insane. I just imagine you not sleeping for days and just,
Yeah.
staying up making this piece, which is just incredibly crazy. Because, in some interviews that we've done with some artists on Fireside Chat, big brands usually, they ask you to do work, but they don't give you a lot of time for it.
Yeah, that's usual. I don't know why.
Is that important?
I don't know why, but usually they are working so fast, so fast. Maybe you are the third choice or the second choice, and you have got no idea, and maybe you have got less time for that. But usually big brands work with you, like with the editors, and it's like everything is a mess. Everything is quickly. And I remember talking with the art director of New York Times in that section. I was talking with him, and and he always, there are charming people. It's like very believe in you and support you. No, it's like you can, and this help yourself, but you have got 5 days. I think this is important for the people. Is maybe when you have got one dream commission or dream client or big brand, maybe you haven't got all the time you think to do the all you want. So you need to be fast. It's work fast, but work well. Take the good decisions, and you need to be have got like accuracy, something like that, about what you want to say and fit with the times. I think this is important to be professional. Fit the times, decide well, and fit with the deadline. It's like this is important for the people because it's a newspaper. They need it in the day. So that's exciting, but stressed as well.
Do you work better under stress? Like when you have a deadline?
Better. Not too many. Sometimes it's good, because it's like you need to take the decisions fast, and maybe you don't spend time thinking too much. Sometimes it's good, but not always. Few works but under stress maybe could be interesting, because you know yourself better, how you work under pressure. But I think that the perfect thing is something in between. Not too much relax, because it's not good because you spend thinking too much, but it's in the middle. It's like fast, but with enough time to do a huge change. It's like I have got time to change, but I have got a deadline. I think it's in between. It's good, but not too much stress.
And that is absolutely amazing. I think that's great advice. And so, speaking upon like international media and them reaching out for your services, you've worked with media outlets, Corriere della Sera and South China Morning Post, which is a news source very prominent in Hong Kong where I live. So when I saw that, I went, oh my gosh, this is insane. I have to see this piece. Is there any piece that you could show us with the one that you worked with them?
What now? Some piece I'm working now, you said?
Or with the one that you worked with South China Morning Post?
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I don't remember that. I forgot. That's true. What piece was that?
Why? I thought you would know. What do you mean?
I forget. That's true. It's in a post. What's what? I don't know. But this one? Remember me?
It was a South China Morning Post, but I'm not sure which one is.
But which artwork? I remember I worked for China Post, but I don't remember now. But I know it. I don't remember. I remember Corriere della Sera. At the end, I do a lot of works, and I know it's weird, but sometimes you forget because it's like another one. I work like, I always care about my next work. When I finish, I enjoy, but I go to the next step. But the big media contact to me usually between by agency, the big agencies like Ijosu. I worked for Ijosu, and now I'm working for Illustration X in London. They sometimes they have got this contact, but other times they contact with me by mail or whatever. But I think this is internet. You never know who is looking your work, and that's happened. Sometimes one day you wake up and you have got an email for one newspaper, and that's it. I know it's great, but usually I wake up. Every week I receive two good emails with commissions usually. But it's like now I'm on. Now the car is working. Now my work is is working well. But to be honest, I don't remember the China Post right now. I don't know. But what work I did for China Post, or China Post talk about me, I don't remember. one Sweden radio, the national Sweden radio, talk about me as well, and someone told me, I spend time drawing. Usually I don't know very well sometimes if someone talk about me in some place.
And that's fascinating. So, if anyone out there, if you guys do find that that mysterious South China Morning Post piece of work, I'll tip someone one whale. If you guys want to find that,
I was thinking, what is? I did work for Singapore as well, but China Post, I remember I did a post talking about that, but I don't remember now. But yeah, it's true. I working for China Post. That's true.
which is amazing. And speaking about like the work that you've done before, you obviously like incorporate a lot of cultural elements into your pieces. Like it's very diverse. I saw a lot of pieces based on, of course, Spain, your hometown, but there's also pieces related to Singapore. And my question to you is, I know that you were you were invited to the first GIF art festival in Asia as an international artist. So did you create pieces like the Singaporean spicy food peddler or the Singapore coconut jam factory based on like after experiencing the culture, or did you do that prior?
No. I did that after. I did after visit the country. I can do about any country. If I don't need to visit the country or live the culture to do, but for sure will be better if I visit. If someone is listening me here in Japan, it's better if they pay me a travel to Japan. But this one is amazing. I like the Singaporean spicy food. This is inspired the van, no, the van in this one.
Yeah.
I was walking around during night in Singapore, and I saw a few vans with lights, but I think my own van with lights, but it's inspired. I have got some photos. You can understand why I decided this band, because I find like party bands is go for the city, bands with lights and everything like party. I say, oh, amazing. Of course, it's better if you visit the country, but today with internet, documentaries and that kind of TV shows about travel, you can do really good jobs about other countries and other culture. But if you want to do something special, maybe it's better if you live there or if you know the country. So many people say, for example, in some jobs, maybe more in the ink on paper jobs. Some people told me about it looks like it's some kind of London, it's because I was living in UK. London always is in my work and like Spain, but Singapore was after visit the country. But for example, the coconut jam, no? Look, I haven't got no idea about Singapore have got coconut jam like something special there, something proper to the Singaporean culture. But when I was at hotel, I was at breakfast, and I saw a green cream. I said, "What the hell is that?" I asked to the waiter. I said, "Waiter, what the hell is that? What that is green? No, it's green. What are you use on the top with the bread green?" I said, "It's coconut jam." And I was talking with the waiter a few minutes. I said, tell me about the coconut jam. No, it's here. It's proper from here. We like to do that. And I say, I like this. I take coconut jam. But if I don't visit the countries, without visit the countries, it's more complicated, I think. For example, the water. In this one, you are saying there are important. There are water, sea, because in Singapore, when you was there, when you visit one day, there are water everywhere. Gardens, water. I think it's important business, but with internet, it's possible to do for another call.
So did you try all these foods that you did, like even the spicy, the peddler foods from the stands?
Yes, I think. For example, here you can see the crab on top. Crab is another popular and very famous food from Singapore. Actually, is chili crab is the famous one. I was invited to a restaurant to eat chili crab.
No.
Amazing food. If I can taste everything, because I think it's the point, no, to be a tourist. You know, we wanna try, wanna test everything if I can, and I did it. Yeah.
You might as well just be one of those professional food tasters where people invite to restaurants. Maybe
Yeah.
that would probably, like, I don't know, inspire even more.
Yeah, I
Uh,
have got many artworks dedicated to food. I like this because I don't know, it's cultural as well. The food is very cultural. I'm Spanish, and like a Spanish, the food is very cultural. It's like for us, it's like heritage, you know. And I think everywhere have got their own food heritage, and that's interesting to me.
food and
So,
wish to create on it.
yeah, churros, for example. Yeah, that was first. This is a Spanish classic breakfast. You can eat at all the every day, and don't mind the time, the hour, but it's usual at breakfast. And me, like a Spanish, I say, why? Actually, I have got the idea eating some churros in the morning with my girlfriend, and I say, "Why churros is amazing? I haven't got any artwork, you know. I never seen one work dedicated to to churros, and I'm worldwide famous. The people around the world know churros. Not all the people, but know churros. For example, The Simpsons. Homer did some jokes about churros. You can see churros in United States now by the Mexican people, and I did. I think I want to do. I do the things I like to do. I feel happy and I think it's enjoyable. I think I like to do churros and I do churros, and the people love that. The churros one.
It's brilliant because I remember when I was visiting Madrid, and I saw
Ah,
people eating churros for breakfast. I went, "What is this
correct.
craziness? This is a dessert. People
Yeah.
eating this for
No,
breakfast."
no, no. The people think it's a dessert, but
But
it's a
then,
breakfast. Fat breakfast, you know?
but then I went for breakfast and I got it and I dipped it in chocolate and I ate it and I went, never mind, this is amazing. It's perfect. It's not too sweet. It's like
Yeah.
the perfect, I wouldn't say nutritious, but it's the perfect breakfast. I would
Yeah,
do it every day easily.
yeah. I like it. I like it. Very fat is the point. Very fat. But it's a great breakfast. Usually here in Spain is the now we have got close the New Year. New Year morning, you know, January 1 is
Mhm.
very really usual breakfast churros because usually it's after party, you know, like after party because it's fat. It's good to fight with alcohol. You know, you are drunk and you eat
Mhm.
like 5 churros and you go well to that. Think for that.
So, what are some other pieces that you're working on at the moment that you would kind of like to share with us?
Now,
Because I'm very curious.
now I work. This is the last I published. This is a huge work for NFL. I did two works for NFL. This one now is minting, is here in Marketplace, but in the few weeks I will publish the next one. All right. This one was really complicated and huge work because it's explained by a draw how works the new voice app and NFL voice app. Is how it works in a funny way, you know. And well, I was working for that illustration with engineers. The people did the voice app to feed how works the voice app, how I can express this with drawings with in a funny way, and this was complicated. Fine, for that, have got six scenes, no, six sections close up, and the other one, the big one, is with all the full illustration because in the for the NFL that was for a private event and to share with the people how it works, you know. And for NFL was just one video, and I divided here to do more collectible. And I think because it's better, any scene have got their own animation, and I think it's better. In black and white, you can see in the middle, I decided to share in a very popular price, share the previous sketches, how that's the things I share with NFL art director or that kind of people. Actually, that sketchbooks in black and white was rejected, some of them, it's like, or not rejected. It's like we haven't got enough space to introduce everything. But for me, what's interesting, share that because it's the previous work, and sometimes some people love that. I love because it's like see how it's working before, how it's growing, how it's changing. And I decided to share all of that work for the NFL. Was hard work because actually this one have got maybe 1 month, I think, to do 3 weeks, maybe 1 month. But always it's like boom, 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 boom. No? I remember not too much work like I have got all the time I want. Always it's like pa 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 pa.
Is there ever a day that you're not working on art?
Yeah, yeah.
You
Now I'm
just work
working. Sorry,
every
sorry.
day. Do you just work every?
Every day.
Yes.
Yeah, I draw every day, every single day, of course. Maybe one day I take my day off, but now I'm working a lot because I like it. And I was when I have got 30 years old now, right? I'm an elderly people, but when I was yeah, it's a joke. But when I was 25, 21, I spent all my time drinking and party, and so now I prefer work all the time. It's like a few years ago, all the time party, and now it's all the time draw, and I'm happy with that. I maybe take one day off a week, but not usual, because I don't know, I feel bad. It's like I want to draw maybe 2 hours, maybe 3 hours, but my regular time to work is I like to work. To be honest, I like to work like 10 hours. Drawing for me is a good day for me. 10 hours drawing because I enjoy a lot. I enjoy a lot. That is the point. If you can draw 2 weeks, 10 hours a day, because try that. It's like an exercise. If you're gonna spend 10 hours a day during 2 weeks, maybe you don't love too much. So I know it's extreme, the thing I am saying, but it's a good test. If someone listen me and he's thinking or her thinking, uh, I can do that. I could do this for NFL, work 2 weeks, 10 hours a day, and you will know. It's like that. Sometimes I feel really, really tired, because but I need to work a lot to feel tired because for me it's always happy and fun,
Right. And no, it's incredible that, you love what you do and you prefer like doing it every day. And even when you're not doing it, it's just I want to get back to it, which is like I feel like such a and I spoke about this before. It's like I feel like most artists are like what I call entrepreneurs. Like, don't you think so? Like you kind of have to be like an entrepreneur, but like an artist. So it's an entrepreneur.
Entrepreneur, what's that? Say with other word, please.
Like an art like you're an entrepreneur, but then you're an artist. Like you create your own work. You're basically like a freelancer, but then it's like you're an innovator in that sense.
I understand. That's it. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. I like to think that, but always it's innovation and is the same like always. Innovation. Yeah, it's innovation, but if you see my work, it's innovation because it's animation. It's a mix between digital and traditional. But I learned it in the traditional way. I think one real artist always need to be open to new tools and innovation, or maybe interesting. Maybe you don't do that kind of digital work or that kind of other thing, but always you need to be open to know that. I think if Michelangelo, no, Michelangelo, or the great artist, Italian artist I think if what he can do if he knows 3D, you can imagine what we can do, what can do Michelangelo with 3D tools. I think that, and I for sure, if you talk with Da Vinci, say Da Vinci, look at this digital work. He'll for sure he say, wow, it's amazing. I want to try. I think it's always open, always try. You try this, you maybe it's not okay, but you like other way. I think that people always is like thinking in have got one idea and this is the one idea, the good idea, and this is not. It's like test everything, and at the end you know what you like and what you are good and what you don't like. It's something like that. I don't know if I answered your question, but
No, I think it's perfect. And bringing up like our old masters, quote unquote our old masters, like, I feel like some artists base and some are very skilled base. Which category do you think you fall into?
me,
Like, for example, so for example, if you see stuff like, Monet, it's more skill based, but then if you look at Van Gogh, it's more vision based. Where would you see yourself if you kind of, using those as an example of where the kind of categories are?
wow, what category? I think crypto art, digital art is a new category, but I think I'm close to pop art, maybe. I'm close to more contemporary movements, but I think I can show in my work. I'm actually interested in all masters, as well. But my category, I don't know. I can say I love Goya. I love Goya work, but this is in the opposite side. I do know Goya is different. I do pop art, and to be honest, I don't know how it's my category. I think it's GIF art is a new art. GIF art and animation is new as well. So I don't know. I think it must be decided for the future students and teachers, something like that. I think is now is building together this crypto art movement, and I think this is important. But I don't know. I think it's, for example, El Bosco. I think it's closed down. El Bosco. You know El Bosco.
So I'm searching up Bosco right now. And is he a Mexican contemporary artist?
El Bosco, in Madrid, there are at El Prado Museum. There are the best works about El Bosco best works, and they are intricate as well. They are highly ornamented, and I think if I need to drink some beers, maybe drink beers with El Bosco because we share that, passion about many icons, to fix all the icons, ideas, fantasies. I think we are both in the same way in that point.
I think that's absolutely brilliant. And I remember, in Spain and things like that, I saw these architectures that were just brilliant, and it was in Barcelona. And
Yeah,
I think there were like these like Park Güell and like these houses that were just so entirely funky. And after seeing those architectures, I kind of like it reminded me of your pieces because it's the
oh,
same level of funkiness
yeah,
and
that's
like
true.
quote
That's
unquote
true.
craziness,
That's true. That's
but
true.
in the best way.
It's Gaudí, the famous architect from modern Barcelona modernist is Gaudí. And it's true. I
Yes.
agree with you. I agree with you. Actually, I have got family in Barcelona, and I was visiting when I was a child, and of course I was impressed, by this one. And I think the at the end of my works or that kind of architecture, when I see, and I think for sure you think the same, is when you see that kind of houses in Barcelona, it's like, why we don't do more like this?
Yeah.
It's like why we have got 90% ugly houses, box, or beautiful, but not like a huge fantasy. You see that houses, is like, come on, guys, we can do today a great architecture as well. It's like we have got more money now and more chances to do crazy things in architecture. But look at this, no? It's why we haven't got much from this. No,
Mhm.
I don't think I don't know why, but I like. It's true. It look the colors. Yeah. I agree with you. I feel close to that kind of movement as well. That's true. That's true. The fantasy colors, too many colors, and for example, the Parque Well Park, no, have
Yeah.
got that kind of this one left down. You know, like, we can see that left down. Too many different point of colors, small square. Tiki, 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 tiki. That's true. That's true. It's fit with my style, of course. I visit all you are showing. I was there many times. Many times.
Wow. Did you draw inspiration from that as well? Because you're right. It's completely the colors, and it's like it's so
Hmm.
much to process. You
Yeah,
can't
that's
you
true.
can't possibly just. It's like your brain can't even take in all that's going on because it's so. You look at it and you just go, "What? This is insane." Your brain can't process it unless you sit there and actually stare at it and take it in.
It's really enjoyable, I think. It's really, you need to, the point is the composition. When you use so many colors and that many things, I just try to, to do a composition with, I don't know the word in English. It's like balance composition, and of course I inspired for that. I am a person. If you know me in the real world, in the real world, I am a person fascinated for thousand million things. I am a very excited person. Like, wow, look at this, no? It's like, wow, look at that. When I like one thing, don't mind if it's real architecture, it's a movie. I mix that kind of thing. I don't care if I like that kind of architecture and I like Matrix, the movie, and Lord of the Rings. I try to mix that three things. Because I love so many things. I think I'm a good person to go in a travel with me because it's like, look at that, wow, look at architecture, look at that door, wow, wow, wow. I'm a very, yeah, that's so. It's true. When I was in Barcelona, I was very inspired for that. But sometimes you do in your work and you don't are thinking, you are not thinking, wow, I want to use this from Barcelona architecture. I want to do this. No, it's not like that. It's like in my way, in my work is like leave my remembers fix mix, and of course Barcelona is in my remembers and in my regular life. I was some events there because I have a family, so it's a close city to me.
Yeah, and I mean, and I love discussing with you with this because it's like the architectures and the colors, and it's like it's Gaudi and his just amazing mind, and I love that it's part of your culture as well.
It's
And it's
medi- it's,
interesting.
medi- it's Mediterranean as well. It's like something from Mediterranean because in us in some I don't know the word is Arabic or Muslim or African places. You can find in some places as well how he play with white because white is important as well in Mediterranean style. White and how he play with white and some colors. For example, everyone knows famous Greek islands with Mykonos, and that if you see that Iceland's Greek Iceland is white, but
Yeah,
have got points with colors. In Greek, it's always blue usually, no? It's like blue points. Pa, 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 pa. It's like something with color, but the white is important. I think this is very Mediterranean, and Barcelona is very Mediterranean city. And I grow and born. My city is of course Mediterranean city as well on the coast, but in the south. And I think that this thing is part of our culture. You did a good point with Barcelona architecture. Very good point for my work with this mix with this one. I think it's a good point.
yeah, and I just want to point out that I love that this is the second time that you've done something like ba 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 ba. I just want
Yeah.
I think I love it. But so basically, speaking about like the structure of your pieces, like some commonalities or connections made between all the pieces. They're either from amusement parks, there's roller coasters, there's slot machines. And I remember, like, you told me, like, your when you were younger, you used to like draw for a slot machine and things like that. And so, maybe that pertains to that. And so, based on the structure and the architecture, tell me about that. How do you reach a point and say, okay, I'm going to use a roller coaster, I'm going to use a saw machine, I'm going to use just these insane, crazy machines that nobody has ever seen. If you made these, I would buy that in an instant.
I think all the honest artists, they try to do the things they like to see. Uh, mm, for me, the decision is not a decision to use a machine. It's try to know myself and understand. I like machines. So I when I was a kid, like a lot of kids like big machines. It's big machines is like something. For example, my nephews love big machines. Like working in the construction. Kids like this. I like that. To be honest, I to decide mix all of that was because I was trying to be honest, and I remember me remind me. So I remember what kind of things I loved when I was a child. Because when you grow, sometimes you lose your fantasy or you have got some kind of a scare to the opinion of the people. When you are a child, you don't care about nothing of that. So I did a travel to my early years, and I remember me doing like not Lego constructions, some kind of things.
Legal
Lego,
constructions.
yeah,
Lego,
I
yes.
like Lego, no? Lego constructions, and I remember me always doing. I like to do houses, do castles with paper. Some kind of it's a things we did. I don't know the name. It's like do things with paper, like a castle, like a house with glue. You use glue and paper, and you build that kind of things. And I remember me, of course, playing all the video games. You build a city. I like Sin City. I'm a great fan. And actually, I was like, okay, what is the thing I really like it? What are the things I love when I was a child? I want to do the things I would like to do if I was a child. So if you think why you decide mix one machine with a roller coaster and a sandwich, a tuna sandwich, for example, it's because I like that three things. That is all. So I think it's like I think I like this. I like, for example, there are things more have got objects, have got something more than other objects. For example, a slot machine. A slot machine. I'm not a gamer. I don't like play games like a slot machine or casino, but I like the machines. It's like I like the machines. Yeah, I say, and I love machines. Have got colors and actually mean something. It's like some people believe in that machine, like that machine can make dreams true because give you some money. There are some machines that are interesting, and I just work with have got not frontiers in my mind. No, why I can mix this. I never do that question. Never ask myself. No, it's not impossible. Fix tuna sandwich with a plate. Why not? We want to try. We want to try because maybe something. It's a game. For example, one important thing. I think that people think, in my case, I have got a final thing, a final idea of my visual toy or my gift. No, it's not true. I have got no idea how will be at the end. No, I have got no idea. It's just working. I like to do this. And now, during the work, during the process, I have got another idea, and I try to mix this. It's like it's something like a game. I'm gonna do something new. I fix this, and I try to do a good job. But the point is that I'm a really, really, really freedom artist. I give me a lot of freedom. I never see myself, no, this don't work. No, no. I always try, and I always, if it's weird, it's better. I try, and I think it's the point. I don't put frontiers or walls for me. Never. If someone put one wall, like, no, you can do that, or maybe it's stupid or something like that, I don't care. Try to be some kind of self. That.
So
I
the
don't know
moral
if
of the story is, if someone puts a wall in front of you, you basically break it down.
Yeah.
It's interesting that you say that, you don't picture like the final version. It's like I always thought that it was, like your art kind of stems from like, I want to get from point A to point B, like you said, a tuna sandwich to a plate. But then between that, that's like where you rule basically. It's everything, whatever you want to do with it. And it's insane the level that you've taken it. And someone, that boy Tresh actually made an amazing point. Like he thinks that, and I think we all think that you're gonna make one hell of an amusement park if you were to design one.
Oh,
You need to collaborate with them. You need to make an amusement park because, like, I'd love to just go on your insane ride of everything.
I'm like amusement park, no? Yeah. My work looks like, and maybe in the future there are a real amusement park with some of my attractions, something like that. Other important thing is I think it's important when you are a child, a kid or teenager. It is an important age because in that moment the things shock or impact yourself a lot. You're a gullible person, and because you are young. And I remember me when I go to Disney park, but in Paris, Euro Disney. I was in Euro Disney with, I think, 12, 13 years old. I don't
Yes.
know. No, less, maybe 10 or 11. I don't know, but I don't remember. But I have got the age to dream, to believe in Mickey or something like that. And I remember me, and I was the amusement part, the roller coaster for me was really impressed because I'm from a south city in Spain. So it's the amusement park or roller coaster are really far. When I was a kid, it was easier to see on the TV a roller coaster than in a real world. In United States, there are like theme parks for everywhere or roller coaster everywhere in the beach, everywhere in Las Vegas, everywhere. But in Spain, was unusual, yeah, at the 90s, at the beginning of the 90s. So when I was visiting the Euro Disney Park, for me wasn't impressed, and I love roller coasters because are happy, are you can do strange movements. I don't know. I need a good way to to do connections. It's like I want to do a connection here, the tuna sandwich with this house or this factory. I'm gonna do a roller coaster. Yeah, I think I like it. Sometimes it's easier than the people think. Is this guy loves roller coasters, and use when he can. It's something is sometimes like that.
I think that's brilliant. I feel like, whenever you grow older, and you're right, it's like that childhood innocence. It's like that, quote unquote, that gullible sense. So like, how do you retain that? Because so many people, like, and I don't know, I don't want to go too deep here, but some people, get quote unquote broken down by life because, over time you get a job 9 to 5, you're basically doing what you're told, and like your creativity side and your inner child kind of diminishes. Do you think
Yeah.
do you think you still have that inner child? And looking at your work, it sure seemed like you do. So how do you retain that? And how would you recommend other people to retain their inner child so that they
I
can create more?
understand. That's a good point. It's a good point. complicated, it's complicated. First, we need to be realistic. To be honest, to be realistic, if you are a person with huge problems, real huge problems, it's more complicated because life is hard, life is hard. I think there are not a trick. I think it's complicated because for me it's like my life, it's like for me it's weird how the other people lose their kid, no? And I think why, and usually if I if I can say some things about that is in some friends of mine, I feel like some people think lose her child make himself more professional, more old, more seriously the things you need to be is an adult. Uh, I'm a bit crazy person, If you know me, you think this guy is don't care too much about many things, And I have got problems like everyone, not huge problems, but I think is, for example, I play video games. I have got close 40 years old, and I play video games. And some people tell me it's not usual today. Years ago, more usual. But so many people with my age, it's like I live to play video games because blah blah blah. And I said, but you love it. Yeah, but I haven't got enough time. Make the time to play video games, and maybe you are playing a video game. That video game have got a fantasy story, and you travel with your mind, and you remind when you was a child you like that kind of fantasy. It's not close to. It's like I'm an adult person. I have got adult problems, but mm, complicated. It's like I respect I respect myself when I was a kid. I respect kids' ideas. If I talk with a kid and that kid talk with a kid and ask himself, he said like the same things I said. Like I like the aliens and I like meatballs and I like spaghetti. Why? Because they like and they don't ask himself why. I think one kid have got some kind of huge freedom in imagination, have got frontiers. And my advice to the people is if you are thinking and do something, whatever you want, don't question yourself what the people are gonna say about that. One kid don't care. One kid draw something really bad, actually, colors or whatever, and show to his parents very proud. Don't think the kid don't think I'm doing well or I'm doing bad or this don't look like the original thing I'm drawing. They enjoy. The point is they did because it's fun and they enjoy. And I think I don't know if I say good advice because it's complicated, but I say something like relax yourself. Get yourself freedom. What you want to do? A cat with sunglasses, smoking a cigarette, whatever. Do it. No, but maybe it's stupid. No, one kid never asks if it's stupid. Nothing is stupid for a kid. It's the thing they want to do and don't care about nothing. They do that. They use maybe draw the face of the people with a red color, not other color. He don't care about. So I think that's the way. I am a selfish person in my art. One kid sometimes is freedom, but as well they do what he can do. No, don't ask yourself. I must to draw. The people don't ask me what I must to draw. I don't know. What you want? No, I never remember one kid with 5 years old asking someone what he must draw. No, the kids do and enjoy and do and taste different things. I think that is get your freedom. Don't wait someone get you the freedom in your art. You are free. You can do whatever you want. Do whatever you want. If you don't know what you want, this is the point. Work, and remember yourself. And when you was a child, you loved something. for sure. I don't know why, whatever, but thinking yourself like a kid and freedom. If someone told you, I don't like what when you are an adult, I don't understand what are you drawing with 35 years old. No, because you are an adult or 38 years old, you are drawing, and you haven't got success, for example. You need to shut up. That people. It's like, shut up. You are a boring person, sad person. Get out here. I think that's the point. So if someone are telling you they don't do anything, it's nothing. It's one person. It's a whatever. It's a lawyer, and you are drawing and drawing and say, what are you drawing? This is for you. Don't earn money with that, or haven't got sense, or it's look bad, or it's ugly. That people is toxic people. You need to say, shut up and go get out here. I haven't got friends. They don't think draw is. I have a friends always think draw is fun, positive people. I think that's the point. I don't know if I answered the question, because it was a great question about how survive the kid in yourself. But I think is give freedom to that child. Was you take this child, this kid, and go into a jail because the people think, because the opinion of the people around you for you are more important than this kid. I don't care the opinion of people. I care from my kid when I was a kid. For me, it's more important than any opinion, for example.
And that is brilliant, and I agree with you 100%. And you know what? This is a fireside chat. We can really take it wherever we want. And I think you answered it perfectly. With the thing with, so the moral of the story is basically is if someone tells you that you can't do something, or they don't understand your art, or they're trying to just criticize you, just say, shut up. You don't have to. Basically, silence.
No, I don't say shut up. I don't say shut up. If no, it's like a sentence. Like. But no, if you say, for example, imagine someone say, I don't like your work. What I can say? I don't know. I say, you don't like my work. What is your work? This one. Okay, you don't like my work. Okay, continue. No, I don't know why are you doing here. No, because I think your work will be better if you use whatever thing. Oh, fantastic. Good point. I always listen all the people, but it's not like if you do an exhibition and the people come into exhibition, or journalists, and you say shut up. It's not like that. I'm talking about more around, your regular life. Nobody come to exhibition or your home and say I don't like that, because the people are polite. But it's more. I want to say about shut up. It's more like believe in you. Believe in yourself. Work. The point is work. Work. Improve. Believe in yourself. Think in you like a kid. But because always some people said your work is not good, or we don't like. Imagine the movies. No, there are movies with $500 million. A huge work for a huge people. Maybe the movie is not really good, but the people always say, it's a shit movie. No, say easily, but there are too much work, and you can be care about all the opinions. I think it's better if you know well the art history as well, and if you are doing something honest. The point is, if you are doing something honest, you never feel bad if someone say you, I don't like your work. I never feel bad. I never feel depressed for that. Never. I say, okay, that's fine. Don't tell me why you don't like it, or we can talk, but I don't try to change your opinion. It's like, but I think I'm honest in my work. I spend a lot of hours. I have got so many opinions. Sometimes happen the people have got like 200 positive comments and one negative, and the people only think in the negative comment. I don't understand that. If you are an artist, you are a movie maker, you are a singer, always there are people think you are a bad or horrible things, worse things, like but if you have a success, For sure, you have got people you are not good or whatever. I think is you need to be honest in your work. If you are doing something honest, you know that. If you don't know that, it's because you are, you know. I think that
Yeah.
in that way.
And this is a follow-up question, and this is a very serious question, and I want you to think about this really, really hard, okay? So, how could somebody possibly not like your work? It's impossible. That scenario does not exist.
No, but to be honest, some people years ago told me. I remember once I show old friend, not a friend of a friend, So I show it and I say, I remember he's told me, I can be honest with you, and I say, yeah, of course. I think it's crap, it's trash.
Oh my God,
Say that. Yeah, it was in a wedding
that's
party.
harsh.
In a wedding party, he told me. And to be honest, I never was angry with that. Absolutely not. I thought, why? No, I don't like it because I prefer other things. But I think I have got a good skill. I don't know why. I never feel depressed for that. You know, it's like maybe I could better. Of course, you always could better. But I remember me doing that kind of things you can see here and I saw and I say I feel proud. I think I'm in the good way. So thanks for your opinion and thank you. Thanks a lot for your opinion. But I think I'm in the good way. I continue growing my style in that way because it was a decision, real decision. I don't decide to draw this because I was boring. It's because I was working like 15 years drawing and for commission. You have got experience. You need to have got experience, and you need to have got to do a lot of things you don't like to know what you really like. And of course, that people told me I don't like your work. Was don't it's a person having got interest about art. It's like if you ask any person in anywhere. So if El Bosco come back to the death and told me I don't like your work, maybe I feel a bit bad. No, maybe I was more seriously opinion for me. But I'm open to all opinions. So and I'm open. The people hate my work. I am open to that. I haven't got no problem with that. I understand perfectly, but I think the people usually like. But it's because they see and you can see I'm doing honest work. I open my heart. I say this is the thing I like. I'm personal. You can know me a bit for my work, and this is because I do with my heart for the people.
Yeah, I think that's brilliant. I think it's a brilliant way to handle it. And so, thank you so much for answering that very serious question. Um, but yes, so moving on to questions from the audience, from that boy
Yeah.
Cheech. You like to contrast the colorless portions of your art with the vibrantly colorful individual pieces. Is there a rhyme or reason how you select what colors get versus what is, like black and white?
Yeah, it's a good question. It's a really good question.
Yeah.
How I decide when I use color in some place or not? No, I understand that. No, is that the question? Yeah.
Correct. So how do you decide which pieces get color and which pieces are black and white?
That's good. Usually, if I do ink work, this is black and white. I did with my ink works like you are showing in the screen now. I did a test with a color, and I don't like it. Well, I think ink is black and white and will be always black and white in ink because I don't like the other finish. No, I don't like the how colors works with ink. But in my digital works, I decided I decided which points or what things have got color or not. Thinking in a general composition, I can show if I share my screen in one moment I can show. I think is I don't decide what points. No, I decided what have got colors, but the point is trying to have got a balanced composition. It's like it's visual. I'm deciding when is the point. It's a perfect balance between white and color. It's like if you see some pieces, some artworks have got more colors point, and others maybe have got less. Decision, it's just balance, it's like I need another color here. I draw this color, I see the artwork, and I say, okay, I need another one here. Okay, I need another one here. It's balanced now. No, maybe not balanced. I need another here. It's some kind of balance, and of course, some places, some places of the artwork is when I begin. It's obviously gonna have got color because it's powerful. For example, no? In Christmas, you can go up to the Christmas sleigh, the last one I did, I think by Christmas. Listen me.
Yes.
Okay. Christmas Slate was the last one. I think it must be there. For
Is it
example,
more from before?
I don't know. I don't know, Maker Place, how move that. But I for example, it's okay. For example, this one. Look at this one. This one. This one have got sounds. All right. You need to switch it. If you see the black line on the right side, this was fixed. All right. This is it's not in the original one. The black lines is a great problem for my work usually because I need pure white, but it's fixed in the original one. For example, this have got more colors than white than others. Why? Because Christmas, sometimes it's like a balance. In this one, I think Christmas need more color because if I play with the snow, for example, it's too much white. Now here the problem is the snow is white and the background is white. For example, this is the deal. And you need to do a balance. This one have got more colors than usual because I need the colors for the balance in that way. In other ones, I don't need it. But as well as a freedom decision. Sometimes I want to more colors, other times I want less. It's not I know that people always think maybe it's a rule, no, and it's not a rule. I always feel try to feel confidence with my eye. I don't know. I'm looking at, if I like, I like. If I don't like, I put my colors. I try to balance. It's a process. But there are to try to answer the question. There are some points have got some main characters or the thing, the stuff is better with color because it's powerful. It's like it's more powerful with color and without. It's balance. It's balance. Maybe one day I record how I decide that to share, but it's like very free. It's very free. It's like I'm doing during the process.
So to answer your question, that boy treat, how he decides is he looks at a piece, and if he wants to add colors, he says, "I like it," and he just adds color. And if he doesn't, he doesn't.
Yeah, I
And
know
so
it's like don't sounds like very professional, maybe, but it's when I was a museum, famous museum El Prado or Tate Modern in London or whatever, in Liverpool. I always when they listen to people talking about the big artworks, I for me it's strange. Like nobody says like about big masters. Like you can think this just Da Vinci like that, and that is all. It's not like maybe there are a huge meaning that behind. Maybe it's just the artist enjoying and like that. And that is all. Sometimes that's happening. I'm looking and say, I like this. No, I need more colors. I need less. I need more. And I'm playing. I'm playing. And believe me, there are one moment you say, all right, if I use one more color, I destroy composition. You can you are working. This is experience. When you work in your style, in your other style, you can deal with that. You know what is your best point, and you can how composition works well. I think.
which is amazing, I think. And so, I loved having you on. This is absolutely insane. We actually have another record-breaking viewer count in the stream. We have 140 people listening in. And so it's absolutely amazing. And
That's good. Hi, hello everyone.
yes,
I enjoy that a lot. I'm happy for that.
And I'm going to ask you one final question. So, where do you see your art, or where do you want to go with your art? Where do you want to see yourself in the next 5 to 10 years?
When I see myself in next 10 years, is that something
5
like
to
that?
10 years, where do you want to be?
But me or crypto art? Sorry.
Where do you want to be in the next 5 to 10 years?
For me, I have got nice projects in future. Where I see myself in art in the next 5 years? That's the question, no? So I want to do many things, It's like, I know some people have got problem, and I understand. So what I can do with the empty paper, with the empty file, I want to do a lot of new works. I need to do about cities, about that, and I think I would like to stay in 5 years doing very complicated and huge gift arts sell by good quantity. And of course, I like to. I work with galleries with physical works. I want to continue with that. I would like to stay in huge exhibitions. Like maybe next year, I have got one artwork in Japan exhibition, art fair, and so I would like to stay very close like that. Not very different. I want to have got the freedom and the collectors to do whatever I want. And of course I want to improve some things, because I did one 3D piece with a collaboration, but I want to collaborate with other artists, so I will try to do that piece, that artwork in 3D. Maybe VR, virtual reality, could be a very interesting future, because I would like in the future, maybe in VR, you can visit with a beer glasses going to one of my work. I think the future could be fine that way. And actually, I would like to have got. I have got some dreams commission. Very dream. I have got a dream commission. Is that will be a dream. If this happen in the next 5-6 years, for me will be amazing. I like do something in movies. For example, Wes Anderson, the famous director, Wes Anderson.
Yes, Wes Anderson.
I think I would like. I have got the project to send him to their office or whatever, some kind of box with example of my work or something crazy. If the manager or whatever, yeah, you can imagine, yeah, no? It's like maybe that would be a dream, all right? Work with Wes Anderson. That would be amazing.
Yes.
Not, a full movie maybe, but the opening credits, for example, or ending credits or bumpers. He used in the movies bumpers in the middle, not like posters, like maybe said House of Someone, no, or House of work with a filmmaker will be a dream, to be honest.
That is amazing. So, Twitter, Wes Anderson, MoMA, if you're listening. Hi, Wes, first of all.
If someone knows Wes Anderson, please send a mail to him, please.
Yes. And Bosco, if you ever come back to life, please.
Yeah, please, Bosco, don't be cruel with me.
Yes, send an email.
Yeah,
okay. Well, This has been absolutely amazing. I'm having so much fun. I feel like we could literally just go on for hours and hours on end, and people would still listen to it. This could be a
Oh, me
marathon.
too. I'm happy, really happy to talk with you and the community. You are
Yeah.
that a whale community are amazing community. I always say that.
Uh,
I had got another interview this morning podcast, and I was talking about that show that this one no with you
no
and
way.
yeah, I talk about well community, and I said is you feel like in your home. Very my English is not great, but I feel like confidence talking with this community because I can feel how they understand my work, and I'm a happy person doing happy things for try to do happy the people. Not if you see my work, I am happy if you feel happy, or fly your imagination for 5 seconds. I for me it's a success, and I can feel how this community understand and love that, and I feel so, support. I feel the support of that community, and it's amazing.
If you continue talking, you might just get us to tear up. And so thank you so much for that. And thank you and we love you too. It's absolutely amazing having you here. And I think that a lot of people are going to be inspired and are inspired by just seeing your work as is.
It's like if you feel inspired, if you listen to me and feel inspired, you need to do, and you will be my friend. If you after this you sit your ass in a chair and draw, and draw and do something creative. If you feel inspired, don't spend time. Go now to do something with that inspiration. And I feel so proud if I inspire someone. You make me really happy and make sense to the things I do. I'm happy with it.
Amazing. And I just linked all your socials and all, how people can reach out to you and see more of your work on the stream text. And so if you guys want to go check him out, please just give him a follow and just show him all the love you guys can give because he deserves all of it. So again, thank you so much, Javier.
Thank you.
You've been an amazing guest. And, thank you everyone for listening in. And I'll see you guys. Yes. And I'll see you guys sometime this week with another Artist Fireside Chat interview. Have an amazing day, and remember to be happy, like Javier said.
Yeah, bye.